Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Kentucky Downs here on Thursday. It's the 10th of September 2020. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Kentucky Downs, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and join me Saturday for my St. Ledger preview from Doncaster and also for my Kentucky Turf Cup preview from Kentucky Downs. But let's get to the action on today's program. We'll be looking at races 8 and 9. The 8th race, it's the Dueling Grounds Oaks. It's going for a purse of $500,000. Races for 3-year-old fillies here. We have a field of 15 horses entered, but only a dozen could go one lap around the Kentucky Downs main turf course. A distance of ground of 2,100 meters, or the mile 5/16th trip on the turf course. 1 mile 5/16 here. The Dueling Ground Oaks, named after the original name of the property before they changed it to Kentucky Downs, I believe in like 1998 or so, something like that. But my top selection, I'm going to go with a bit of a long shot here. Actually, a lot of a long shot. The 4-horse, Stand Tall, will go 4-5-2-7 in the superfecta. 4-5-2-7 super. Top selection, 4-horse, Stand Tall. 3-year-old Philibanical Mode. George Arnold trains one. John Velazquez gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 10th of July, Keelan, a mile 3/16 on the turf course in the main special weight 70K. And the horse won by a head that day and had a very dream trip. She stalked. The seam finally opened. She quickened up nicely. Got the job done. I had a lot left in the tank. That was a very good run. I like to see the horse sit a little closer to the front end today, and I think she could really get a good trip here today. Two back in her sophomore debut on turf. June the 6th, mile 8th, main special weight 63,000. First time facing older horses. First race since New Year's Day. She finished third by 1/4 lengths, and she sat mid-pack that day, a little bit wide, but she was really closing up well late. First off the break, you don't expect the horse to be 100% fresh, but she outran, I thought, her freshness there. And then before that, on New Year's at Gulfstream, mile 16th, main special weight 43,000. She finished 7th by 5 lengths, and she didn't have a very good start that day, and she was never really comfortable. It wasn't the day to win. And then before that, at Churchill on the slop, 1 mile off turf in the main special weight 87,000, she finished third by 6 1/4 lengths, and she really never got into it. With every single race, she's been getting better and better. She's gonna have to jump a few more buyer numbers, but I think she's training well, and I think she can get a good trip here from the inside. At 30-1, let's take her. These Kentucky Down races can be very, very random at times, so trust me with this one. I also think the 5-horse Stunning Skies are next likeliest winner. Most recently in the Saratoga Oaks, this horse ran a terrific race behind Antoinette, a little bit wide that day, but she held on nicely for place. And then before then, in the Lake Placid at Saratoga, she nearly won. Again, she just couldn't get there late. But then her races at Churchill were kind of horrible. But she went up a lot at Saratoga over the summer, training well. At 3-1, another very likely winner. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Kentucky Downs, it's the Dueling Ground Oaks. Gonna take the 4-horse Stand Tall as top selection. We'll also use the 5-horse Stunning Sky. We'll go 4-5-2-7 in the superfecta. The 9th race from Kentucky Downs, it's the Dueling Grounds Derby. Per $750,000 race for 3-year-olds here. We have a field of 16 horses entered, but again, a dozen could go. The distance of ground of 2,100 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile 5/16 on the turf course. 1 mile 5/16. Top selection, I'm going to go with the number 6 horse here, who is a piece achieved. We'll go 6-3-2-8 in the superfecta. 6-3-2-8 super. Top selection, 6-horse piece achieved. 3-year-old colt by declaration of war. Mark Casse trains. Florent Giroux gets the mount. Most recent outing came 12th of August at Indiana. Yielding turf course, a mile in the Caesar Stakes, and the horse finished 4th by 4 lengths. He never quickened up and never weakened out of it either. He just kind of plodded along. First off the long refreshing, he needed the race. Coming here second off the break, to a longer chip, which I think he'll absolutely love. I think he really won a good race. 2 back in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf at Sant'Antonino, 1 mile November the 1st. He finished 12th by 5.5 lengths there, and he just really had nothing from the backpack. Hit the wall. It wasn't his day. But before then, the Bourbon at Keelan going a mile 16th. He won by a neck and beat Vitalogy, who's a very good horse. One neck start out. It was actually your favorite, I believe, for that Breeders' Cup. At Sant'Antonino, but had to scratch because of sickness. But this horse, he stalked from a stupidly wide post draw. He got the lead, fought a good race to the wire. Vitalogy almost got to him, but this horse ran decently there. And then before that, here at Kentucky Downs, 1 mile in the Juvenile, he won by 2.5 lengths. He stalked again, got the lead. It was a very clear victory. He won 3 times as a 2-year-old. Once in the Bourbon, once in the Juvenile here, and once at Ellis Park going a mile, where he won by 6 3/4 lengths and won it easily. He likes the route. He should definitely get the longer chip. 9-2, second off the break. Let's take him. Second likeliest winner is the 3-horse Jolting Joe for Mike Maker. Most recently in the New York Stallions, this horse basically put on a show, winning very easily. And then, before before that, his races at Ellis and then even at Gulfstream Park West last year, those were some decent races. He's a decent race over this turf course at 15-1. Definitely use him on the multis. But to recount my selection for the night from Kentucky Downs, it's the Dueling Grounds Derby. Let's take the 6-horse Piece Achieved. Also give kudos to the 3-horse Jolting Joe. We'll go 6-3, 2-8 in the superfecta, 6-3 in the multi race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.